Hey guys, back to another Flashback Friday. You know, some of these I'm going to talk about past tournament results and give you some tips along the way on things I use, how to catch them, and baits. But this I'm going to flash back to my first experience ever with a smallmouth, you know, and why I've just got such a passion for catching them. Probably about when I was 7 to 8 years old. You know, growing up in Arkansas, we don't have a lot of smallmouth. A lot of our rivers have smallmouth in it, but about when I was 7 to 8 years old, me and my dad and my Uncle June, we took a float trip to Caddo River, which is about an hour and 15 minutes from where I grew up at there in Bismarck, Arkansas. And I can remember that day being so excited. Never caught a smallmouth before. And, you know, my dad had always, you know, growing up with him, fishing for a living, he had caught tons of them, lots of big ones. And always talking about the thrill of the fight of smallmouth and how much they jumped and pulled. And I wanted to get in on some of that. So we went to the Caddo River and floated that day, and I think we caught somewhere around 100, throwing a fluke, throwing a little gitchet. We caught some throwing a little finesse worm on like an 1/8 ounce jig head, and a spinning rod, you know, of course. And man, I just fell in love with it. The way they jump, they come jumping. We didn't catch no big ones that day. I think we might have caught 1 3-pounder, but for the most part, most of them were like 12 to 14 inches long. I mean, you know, just little guys. But gosh, it was so much fun. And from that day forward, man, it's like all I could think about was catching more smallmouth. And every time I get to go catch smallmouth, I just can't get enough of it. I love coming up north. I love catching them big dudes. You know, I just got a lot of respect for them because they live through such a harsh environment. You know, a lot of these places up here, these fish are living under ice, you know, 4 to 6 months out of the year. And they just get very little time to do what they want to do in the summer. They're so aggressive. You know, they're not always easy to catch, but once you figure out what they want to bite, they're pretty easy to catch. They like to school up a lot on a lot of these places we go, but they're just the pure quality of the smallmouth. I mean, to me, it's like we're out here today, and it's just like almost every smallmouth you catch is a 3 to 5 pounder. I mean, they're just always big ones. You catch a lot of them, and they're just so much fun. They never give up. I mean, they're just constantly digging, and then they'll come up and jump and do somersault, and they go back to digging. And it's awesome to catch them like that on a light line. But you can also go shallow with chatterbaits and jerk baits, and you can catch them doing that too, and big spinnerbait. And just endless ways to catch them, and every way you can catch them is just an absolute blast. You know, I love catching largemouth. That's what I fish for most of the time, but it's just always a treat to me when I get to come up north and catch big smallmouth. And I don't think I'll ever get tired of it. I said the other day I could catch one every cast for the rest of my life, and I still don't think it would be enough. And you know, I love catching them things. We'll see you guys for the next one next Friday.